Hi, everybody. This is Dawn Mitchell, and welcome to Dawn of Sports. We have an awesome guest that you have to keep your eye on today. If you saw him on Unscripted with me last season, he has even more to tell you now. We have tennis star Max Exsted. He is a native of Savage, Minnesota. Now he's all over the world. He's a global guy, but we're going to find out his latest successes coming up.
One of my favorite guitar shops is in Savage, Minnesota. I used to drive by it all the time. So glad to have Max on. Thanks to Dawn for lining this up. This is Dawn of Sports. As we said, we're coming to you from the Aquarius Home Services Studio. We also want to thank Minnesota Masonic Charities and Lexus, Wayzata, and Maplewood. Thank you for listening. Best way to listen to this show or any show at talknorth.com. Please subscribe to your favorite podcast app. It's free. It's easy. We're starting a new fantasy football show this year with Kevin Gorg and Randy Shaver, who plays like 20 different fantasy football leagues. He's nuts. It'll be fun. We have Randy Shaver's high school football show. We have Mark Rosen's Sports Monday. We have all the teams covered with the best experts in the area. Please check it out. We do appreciate it. And now back to Dawn.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Well, without further ado, I want to introduce all of you listening to Max Exsted. If you don't already know who he is, an 18-year-old sensation in the world of tennis. And Max, thank you for joining us. And I want to say congratulations, because you and your doubles partner, Cooper, will make your pro Grand Slam debut at the U.S. Open men's doubles in New York City this month. I'm just thrilled for you. How are you? And congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, it was a great success this past Saturday.
Well, I know when I had you on my show about a year ago, you couldn't wait till you're turning 18, because then you could start making some big money if you go to these pro tournaments. And finally, not only is it a pro tournament, I mean, it's a Grand Slam. It's the U.S. Open. Take us through when you and Cooper found out that you were going, and because I know that you guys are coming off being the USTA 2025 Boys Nationals doubles champions. So another congrats to you. It's like they just keep on coming. That's so awesome. How was that when you found out, wow, now we're going to New York?
Yeah, so basically how it works with the USTA is for the national championship, if you win, you get a direct entry into the US Open. So for doubles, me and Cooper came in as the 1 seeds, and we made it to the finals, and we were playing the 2 seeds, and it's basically in the finals, it's either you win the wild card or you don't. If you get second, you don't get anything. And we had a crazy 3-set match and saved 3 match points, but I ended up winning 7-6 in the 3rd set and winning wild card. So yeah, we were really happy, and it was a great match.
Oh my goodness. You kind of rise to the challenge, both of you, when it's like a win or go home situation, right?
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a win or go home situation, and we got it done.
Now, I always mispronounce Cooper's last name. I call him Westendik. Is that right? Or is it Westendik? I want to give him his props.
It's pronounced Westendik.
Westendik. Okay, great. So Cooper, if you're listening, that is amazing. I know you guys have been playing together for a while too. So it's just incredible. Have you ever gone to see the U.S. Open as a fan, or what's your love in terms of the U.S. Open? Obviously, it's on your bucket list, I'm sure, to do as a professional. But did you go as a fan at all when you were younger?
Yeah, I went, I think, back in 2019 with my dad and my sister, for her birthday. I think I was only there, or no, I was there twice as a fan before. But the past 2 years I played in the juniors, but to play the pro, it's going to be a lot different, and it's going to be really exciting.
This is what you've worked for, though, right, Max?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Dream come true.
Absolutely a dream come true. Now, for those listening and may not know, Max, and you had a different partner for the two different when you won back-to-back Australian Open juniors doubles champions, right? So you had Cooper and you also had Jan Kumstat, and which is difficult in 2024 to win with Cooper, and then to come back with a different partner in 2025 to win the Australian Open juniors is just phenomenal. What does it take, like mindset wise, to do it with two different partners? You really have to kind of get into the flow.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of like trying to get to know your partner and like how to like be a teammate, I guess, because everybody's different
Yeah.
and um and kind of work as a team and understand like how to, I guess, pump each other up and like um give each other positive energy and try your best and we were able to win those times.
How did it improve you personally as a player to play with different partners?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you learn about yourself, you learn about how other people like see the game, I guess, because it's a different mind and yeah, you can learn like what you really like your partner, what their strengths are, what they like to do, and how you guys can like use strategies and yeah.
Let me bring you all the way back to when you were younger. You're in Savage, you're in Minnesota, it's you have to play indoors half the year because it's snowing out or freezing. How did you first fall in love with the game of tennis and realize, "Oh, I'm pretty good at this?"
Yeah, so I mean, my two older siblings played. My older sister Isabel and my older brother Alex. They both played tennis, and I was kind of always the little kid, like following them around. And I always had a love for sports since I was really, really young. Basketball, baseball. I played basketball until I was like 12. But yeah, I always had a love for sports and I kind of like came to make a decision on like whether I'd play basketball or tennis, and I was a bit better at tennis, so made the decision a bit easier. So yeah, I mean, I always have loved the game, and
What I want people at home listening to know is this has been a whirlwind for you since 2023, right? Because yes, you found out you love tennis, but I'm going to just read down just kind of how crazy I go like, oh my gosh, when did this guy sleep? But in 2023, May of 2023, you played in your first pro tournament in terms of juniors in Spain, right? You got your first ATP point, but that was 2023. And then you played in your first junior grand slam at Roland Garros, which amazing. And then junior Wimbledon, junior US Open. And then still that same year, you're part of Team USA to win bronze at the Junior Davis Cup in Spain. So that was just 2023, right? But
yeah.
2023 blew up for you. What was that first year in that setting like for you? Were you like just kind of coming of age in the sport?
Yeah. Yeah, 2023 was great. I mean, being able to go to the junior grand slams, and it's the same time as the pros, so you'll see like Djokovic walking around and Alcaraz and all those top guys, and it's really crazy just because it's like a normal thing now. Like I guess I've been playing for a couple years, and
Right.
I still like shocked to see them, but I see them kind of frequently. So yeah, I mean, in 2023, I had a lot of great successes. Like getting my first pro point was big, and then going to Spain as the Junior Davis Cup with a couple of my friends in the USTA, and we were able to get the bronze. Was a great accomplishment. So yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break to take care of the business of the business. More with Max and Dawn here in a second. We do want to thank longtime sponsor of the program and the network, Minnesota Masonic Charities. Thanks also to Lexus of Wayzata and Maplewood.
Hey, Rosie here for Lexus of Wayzata and Lexus of Maplewood. If you're in the market for a new luxury vehicle, look no further than my good friend Charlie Swanson at Lexus. Whether you're on the west or the east side of the Twin Cities, they have got you covered with two great locations, Lexus of Wayzata and Lexus of Maplewood. Check out the all-new Lexus TX, a spacious SUV with 3 rows of seating and plenty of room for all your gear. Head over to lexusofwayzata.com or lexusofmaplewood.com for details and to find your next ride today.
All right, Don, take it away.
All right. Well, we were just talking about that powerhouse year of 2023. And then, like I mentioned before, it continued in 2024, right, with your Australian Open and all of that. And people may not know, like you had mentioned just before we went to break about, all these big names that, Djokovic, like, you just kind of like see kind of walking around. And at first you're like, whoa. And then you're like, yeah, hey, like no big deal, NBG, I see you over there. But when you practice and you train with Rafa Nadal, when you're with Rafa, like really everything is normal then after that, isn't it? What was that first meeting and the first time you met him?
Yeah, that's definitely the craziest experience I ever had, being able to practice with him. He's arguably the greatest tennis player of all time, and being able to practice it with him, like I think like 6 or 7 times, and it was a surreal feeling, just like being able to share the court with him, and kind of just like the aura he has, and you know, he was still such a nice guy. Even when I see him now, kind of around like the academy, rarely he's still like, he asks me how I'm doing, and he says like, "Hey Max," and yeah, I mean, it's crazy being able to be around him, and you still sometimes I kind of get used to it, but then I'm like, dude, like it's Rafa Nadal, like this is so crazy.
I know. The first time he called you by name, I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are. How was that for you? Like, oh my God, he knows my name.
Yeah, it was, definitely.
When you were on the same court with them, how was your game that day? Like, were you like, this is the best I've ever played, or what was that like?
Yeah, I was definitely really nervous, going like into it in the beginning, but I was so focused and like so locked in. I guess I didn't want to like give him a bad practice or like mess up. So yeah, I definitely played really well, and I was really really focused, and yeah.
What was maybe the best thing so far that you have learned training at his academy? Like, how has that changed your game? Is it mentally, physically? What is it?
I think they have like kind of a good overall training. Likewise, I think I've improved um physically, getting in the gym, tennis wise, like technically they've helped me, and also mentally, like the coaches that help you kind of like deal with the mindset, because being out there, especially in singles, doubles is a bit easier, you have a friend out there, but singles is kind of like it's just you versus the other guy. It's tough, you can get like lonely out there, you can get frustrated with yourself, and you have to find ways to like deal with that, and yeah, I think I've made improvements in a lot of areas, but yeah.
When you're on the court and you're like in a moment where you need to settle down, right? Do you like talk to yourself in the third person? Like what are like maybe a technique that you use that helps you? Like, come on, Max, or focus in, Max, or is it something different? Like, what do you do to ground yourself?
Yeah, you kind of just try to take some time, take some deep breaths. I have like some cues about my game. Maybe I'll write down before the match, like move my feet, or like kind of get my chest through the ball, and like my weight transfer or something like a cue to get me to like the next point, because um tennis is about like making mistakes. You're not going to go a full match without making mistakes. Everybody's going to miss, but it's about like the in between the points and getting yourself in the right mindset, like for the next point.
So, what does your life look like now? I think the last time we talked, you're about to jet off to Mallorca. You're looking for a place to stay. Sometimes you're in Florida. Right now, you're home for a short visit in Minnesota. But what is your life like right now?
Right now,
Yeah,
upcoming,
yeah.
I'm gonna be in the U.S. up until the U.S. Open. I'm gonna go train with my doubles partner Cooper and in Texas. Leaving there on Friday. But yeah, these couple of days I'm kind of taking like a rest, and came back home and kind of resetting, but then gonna gear up and get ready for the U.S. Open.
How do you rest? What do you do in Minnesota? Do you make sure to hit the lakes? Is there a certain restaurant you go to? Like, what are your spots you have to hit, and how do you chill out
Hmm.
here in Minnesota?
Um, I think just spending time with family. Traveling so much, you don't get to see them that often, and yeah, spending time with family. Um, Watching some movies with the family, and yeah, just chilling out.
Yeah, so mostly like relaxing, like laying
Yeah,
low, right? I
yeah.
think when we had talked last, you were like, "Well, I was only here for a little bit, and then I jet here," and people may not realize just how isolating sometimes tennis can be because I mean, like you said, when you have Cooper as your partner, it's great, even on the court, or you even know that he's going to be there with you. But if a lot of like just singles men's tennis, you're traveling the world many times by yourself. If you don't have a family member going with you, you're on planes by yourself. You're sometimes in your own head for training. How is that? How do you combat that and make sure that you balance a little bit of social so it's not so isolating?
Yeah, I mean, um, definitely a lot of the tournaments I have a coach with me, which helps, and also, um, there's the same people kind of play all the same tournaments, you know. It's always the same group of players, so you kind of get to know all the players and become friends with them, and that helps. And always just trying to keep it fun and enjoy it, because it's a long journey, but if you kind of lose love for the game, then it's not going to be easy to make it to the top. And reminding yourself like why you started, and um, yeah, like I just started as a young kid, playing the sport because I loved it, you know?
Yeah.
So Max, you moved to Florida to work with some elite coaches. What's the dynamic like when you choose a coach, and are they hard on you? Are they constantly pushing you, or is it more of a collaboration?
I guess you could say it's like depending on the coach. Some coaches are more hard on you. Some coaches want to let you like figure it out a little bit more. But definitely they push you to be like the best version of yourself, and um try to maximize your potential.
Well, Max, I first of all am so proud of you.
Thank
Congratulations,
you.
not only for all your past success, but I feel like you're just starting in a sense. Like you have all of this stuff behind you, but now that you're going into your first pro Grand Slam, I think you're going to blow up. Like it's like
Yeah.
we knew Max when, like don't forget us little people back here. But I'm so excited for you. And it's the last week of August, right around the 29th ish, is when
Mhm.
we should be keeping our eyes peeled. How can people watch
Um,
or
they
go?
they
Like,
watch on ESPN Plus, I believe.
okay,
Hmm.
nice. So you must be so excited. I'm just so
Yeah,
happy for you. I
thank
wish
you.
you the best of luck. I will be watching. I'll probably be texting your family, trying to find out the
Hmm.
details as I always do. They keep me posted on all of your comings and goings. So please know you always have friends back here cheering for you in addition to your family because this is fantastic, and I know you're just going to do great things.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for the support.
Oh, yeah, you're so welcome. Well, that's Max Exsted. Keep your eyes peeled. because he's making his pro Grand Slam debut at the U.S. Open men's doubles in New York City. I love going there. I've been to the U.S. Open. It is my jam, so I'm so excited for you. Max, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.